this is what my shirt says. When you just have saved the day. So let me save your day right now. Alright, in this video we are going to talk about, is your master's degree worth it, or is any of the degrees worth it? Because this video is going to stand true for everything you do in your life. To figure out what is worth it and what is not, you have to find out the return on investment. And this is what we will be doing. I've created 2 videos previously on return on investment with all the numbers you need to know. It's all linked in the description. Go check it out. So whenever we are buying a phone and whenever we are buying a new laptop, and we be asking like, should I buy a Dell or a HP or an Android or an iPhone, you always think about what is worth it for the price we are paying. Let's say we are paying 20,000, 30,000, 10,000 rupees. Is it worth the price? You think, okay, there's a certain factor of entertainment in this thing. There's a certain factor of edutainment or education, like I can use it for my college work and stuff like that. So there's all of those factors involved. So that's how people figure out if something is worth it or not. When a company is also hiring an employee, they will start talking about, oh, how much salary do we pay him, or how much salary do we pay her? How much a person is worth. They calculate that by an estimate that this person is going to do certain number of projects, this person is going to bring in certain amount of revenue, and that's how we'll figure out, okay, this is how much we want to pay him or her. You guys are smart and you get my point, but let me tell you if your master's or undergrad or a PhD degree is worth it or not. There are 3 reasons why anyone does a degree. First of all is to advance themselves in a career. Second is to make a better salary. And third is to grow as a person. There could be multiple reasons why somebody wants to do a degree, but here are the overarching reasons why you would want to do a degree abroad. Number 1 is to advance your career. In advancing your career, there are 3 sub-reasons in this. Number 1 is when you move abroad, there's less competition as compared to India or to any South Asian country. So once you come abroad, you have like a multiple or ample of opportunities. Second, you learn new skills, so you are more qualified for a job which you were not as qualified before. And third is you get advanced skill because there's a lot more resources available in any of the universities in foreign, right? US, Canada, Australia, New Zealand. All of these countries have ample of resources which you will be able to use to advance your skills. Number 2 is to make a better salary. I don't think I have to explain it. You make a higher amount of salary regardless of how much you're making or where you're living. You will be able to save a small chunk of money, at least when you are not married or when you don't have a family. Once you're married, you add on to your salary by your partner's income as well. But one of the reasons is to increase your salary. And number 3 is to advance yourself as a person. There's certain amount of confidence which shows up when you are facing a lot of different types of problems, when you're talking to a lot of people. Second here would be your personality develops when you're talking to different sort of people. And I think there's an overlap in the first and second point that you just become a more confident person. And number 3 is you develop a sense of responsibility as a human, because we have been spoon-fed a lot of times in India. So you become a more responsible person, more independent person, and your problem-solving skills improve. Now that we have talked about all of these other factors, let's talk about the quantitative factors. We love to do that. What we'll do is we'll go onto Gratical's website right now. I have written a beautiful blog which I've spent 12-14 hours on writing that. So let's just go to that blog. So if you go into resources, there's a blog named Return on Investment. So when you go into this blog, you can, as you can see, there is a formula which says money spent during application. This formula which you see on the screen right here, it says money spent during application plus cost of university minus internship minus job equals to total cost of your master's. So when you have to figure out in a quantitative measure, is your master's worth it? This is what you would want to focus on. Your money spent during application, I've broken it down here. The GRE TOEFL applications, you have to send scores for GRE, send scores for TOEFL, test prep, I-20, delivery fee, service, everything, visa. everything is in there. Then cost of university comes down. So cost of university, what I've done here is I've taken a bunch of universities from different states in the United States: Northeastern Columbia, Stanford, Stevens, University of Texas at Dallas, Purdue, and figure out their per semester fees and figure out their per year fees, and broken it apart. Now, what you would want to do is basically put those two numbers in this application. What you would want to do is put those two numbers in this formula, and then minus the internship and minus the job which you are going to do as a part-time. So minus internship is when you are doing a co-op, when you are doing, let's say, any of the internships during the summers, and also the credit, like the money which you will get when you will be doing a part-time job. Let's say it could be a GA or a RA or a TA. So let's say you make $10 or $12 an hour as a part-time job, you will still be able to pay some amount of your rent or some amount of your living expenses. So all in all, this will give you exactly the cost of, like, the amount of money which you have spent within the 2 years before you are starting your job. Now, what you want to do is calculate this amount by the amount I've given in this blog and figure out how much you will still have in your loan. Let's say after taking out all of this amount, initially you had $40,000 of loan. After taking all of this amount and incorporating all of it, you still have $30,000 of loan left. What you would want to do is go into a loan calculator and figure out how much would be your loan payments if you are going to pay it within 6 years, within 3 years, within 2 years. Once you calculate those payments, you will be able to aim like, oh, this is how much money or salary I need to make to basically sustain for this long. Now, all of these things vary a lot because you would want to travel to India as well. So there would be a big chunk of money going there. Then when you are getting married, there's a big chunk of money going there as well. When you're bringing in family, because a lot of people, like, while they're still paying loan, have that kind of situation where they haven't paid off the loan and they're still raising families and stuff, because some people have families and they still come here. So what you would want to do is to calculate, is my MS worth it? Is my PhD worth it? Calculate this amount and figure it out. Go check out the blog. I'm going to leave the link in description. I've given an example right here of Colombia. For example, calculating Colombia's fees, calculating the rent you're going to pay in Manhattan, internship, and your part-time job, everything comes down to 75,612. That's the amount of money which you will still have to pay back through loan. Now, let's say it varies this according to this, because in your first semester you pay $30,000. In your second semester you're gonna take out $20,000. So interest is kind of getting accrued on initially 30,000, then 20,000. So all of this kind of amount totals up. On a bigger picture, what we want to see is right here. We want to see how much time you should be taking to pay back loan and how much interest you would be paying. So let's say your loan term is 1.5 years, depending on the principal amount, that is 75,612, you would be paying $6,000 in interest. But if your loan terms is 7 years, you would be paying $30,000 in interest. So all you have to do is figure out this math out and then think, oh, is my master's degree worth it or not? And that's how you answer yourself, basically. This question comes up a lot that, hey, what if I do not get an H-1B? Think about this. Biden's come into the office now, so the visa situation, the immigration situation is going to be much better. But what you would want to do is you would want to make as much money into the 3 years of your OPT and STEM extension, and then even if you have to go back, you will be able to go back and pay off your loan and have this amazing degree with some money saved up. And I have friends who have gone. Manjeet, from previous videos, he was a Purdue grad as well. He went back, he paid off his loan, he made enough money, and he went back because he wanted to start something in India, and he's happy about it. So before asking me this question, is a master's degree worth it or is a mechanical degree worth it, ask yourself this question. Check out the blog. answer yourself here, it's going to go a long way for yourself. And that's all I wanted to say. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this one. I hope you liked it. And until then, I'll see you in the next one.